BeatStars.com. 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 BeatStars.com.
That boy's music is fuego. 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 got it bumping. Dylan got it bumping.
Hi, everybody. How's it going? All right. Let's see who's in here. Bufo, Yo Big Dynasty, Bars Compressed, Bobby J Baggins, Grandtastic Beats, Low Wave Productions. What's up? What's up? What's up? KP Bot, A6 Giddy. Ooh, family's all in here today. Tiger Backwoods, G Life. What's up, y'all? How's everyone doing today? You guys were talking about pizza. I have not eaten anything today. I'm hungry, so feel free to FedEx that meal over to me. Before we get into anything, let's get into some announcements. So, from producers to artists to record labels to music publishers, Beat ID changes the game for all creators alike. With Beat ID, you'll have access to data and information on where and how your copyrights are being used across the global social applications. Check out our newest game-changing feature at beatstars.com/beat-ID. For those of y'all who missed the launch yesterday, feel free to head over to our YouTube channel just to watch that conversation between Aaron and Abe, explaining what Beat ID was. Jamil gave a full tutorial on how you could use it, so definitely make sure you check that out. If you guys are new to this concept, we've launched this product yesterday, which affords you the opportunity to enter your beats or your music into the system. Artists can use it as well, and you can find out where your beats are being used across the World Wide Web. And some of the findings have been really, really incredible. I hope you guys take advantage of this opportunity if it's within your means to do so. Highly recommend starting with some of your more popular beats, your trending beats, your top sold beats. Just seeing what you can find. You never know if there are artists that you've not connected with that you should be connecting with. You don't know if your music's being used in commercials, maybe in the background of a TikTok. Find out and really take advantage of the relationships that you can build, and also collect that money that you may be owed, The second announcement we have, Platinum Producer Suite of 808 Mafia, in partnership with Artists and Relations, has teamed up with BeatStars to bring you an opportunity to create a brand new beat using his sound pack titled Trap Secrets. BeatStars users will need to purchase the sound pack, create and submit their original beat for the opportunity to win the ultimate production prize pack, which is actually valued at $11,000 US, and it's all kinds of gear. So do not sleep. Find out more at sweet.beatstars.com. Get on that. And also just the opportunity to use a sound pack from a producer of 808 Mafia is a pretty big deal. So please, guys, jump on that as soon as you can. But without further ado, welcome back to The Deal. I'm Tia, and if you're new here, we're highlighting our BeatStars Publishing roster. BeatStars Publishing is a partnership between BeatStars and Sony Music Publishing, who are the #1 global music publisher in the world. So if you're interested in finding out more information, including how you can sign up for BeatStars Publishing, you can head over to beatstars.com/publishing. And don't forget to follow at BeatStars Publishing for some free industry game and to get better acquainted with some of the talented producers on our roster. This week, we're hanging out with Chris Rich, but if you want to rewatch this interview, you can check it out later alongside all of our past shows and BeatStars content, including tutorials on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/official BeatStars. Do not forget to subscribe to be notified of new uploads. All right, I guess, are you guys ready for the man of the hour? Chris, are you ready? I'm about to bring him in. Let's go. Dun, 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 dun.
Hi guys,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm all right. Did you get your computer sorted out?
Nah, it's still broken. I'm gonna have to get it fixed tomorrow. I'm quite annoyed, but
Damn,
it's
I'm so
alright.
sorry to hear that. Chris is making this interview possible via his phone because his computer just crapped out on him. So shout out to you for the dedication. We sincerely appreciate having you on the show.
Nah, it's all good.
For those of you who don't know Chris, can you please just introduce yourself? Let us know where you're from and what kind of music you make.
I'm from Cardiff in the UK. I moved to London recently, and I make like drill music mostly.
Mm-hmm. And it's very great drill music, so I can't wait to get into
Thanks.
that. But let's start around the same way I always start, guys. I want to know what your earliest memory of music was. Maybe not as far as your career goes, but your earliest introduction.
My earliest introduction to music.
Mm-hmm.
Probably playing at the recorder when I was like 4 years old or something, or trying to play the recorder.
We all had to do that in like
Yeah.
elementary school, and I can play like 3 songs to this day, so I guess I'm an instrumentalist. What about artists and music? Did you have that in the house growing up, or what really like influenced you to start making music?
I had just like the greatest hits CDs. That was it in the car. Like, not really any artist in particular. It was mainly just pop music.
Got it. So from there, where did you decide, okay, I want to be the one to make this music?
I don't know. I think it was during like 2016, 2015 when it was like SoundCloud rap was really popping, and the beats were so easy to make. So I just started going on FL and making beats, and yeah, it was really fun.
And you were able to teach yourself to use FL?
Yeah, me and YouTube, just going on YouTube and watching tutorials, copying what they do.
Fire. So from then to now, you are a BeatStars user. You've got over 1 million streams on BeatStars. You have tons of followers on the platform. So I'm just wondering how you shifted from now making music on FL, just teaching yourself, SoundCloud's popping, and now you're like, hey, I want to sell this stuff. How did you find BeatStars, and what was your first experiences like using the platform?
I actually found BeatStars through Mike because I was selling beats on YouTube for a while, for about a year before that, and I was selling them. I was just selling them through, I'd say, or email me or Instagram me, and people would have to DM me, PayPal me the money, and then I'd have to email them the zip or email them the MP3 or whatever. But it was really like just time consuming and. Sorry, bro. I'm in the middle of an interview. Oh shit. Sorry, bro. Yeah. Yes, it was really just time consuming. So Mike put me on, and yeah, it made it a lot simpler. Yeah, and now here we are.
Here we are. Now you streamlined your entire process. What did you do to gain 1 million streams on BeatStars and build an audience? Like, what are some key tips and tricks that everybody should know or should be dedicating themselves to?
I think something that helped me a lot was having a nice brand. So my thumbnails were quite consistent, and the quality of beats were all like quite good, and it was at a good time where New York drill was quite popping, and yeah, I mean that worked with my sound, and it was a good time.
So leaning into drill music, what is it about it that makes you want to create that sound, or what do you find so interesting about it, that you were able to lean into that, especially for the sake of being on the platform?
Um, I think it's different in the UK because drill music is kind of like to like UK and London what it is to trap music for the US.
Mm-hmm.
So like drill is still quite new in America, but for the UK it's been around for like 3, 4 years, 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And before that it was grime, and before that it was garage. So it's a very UK genre, and I just love the fast tempo, the aggression, the heavy bass. I love all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's always like every time I hear a drill beat, I'm moving. It doesn't matter,
Yeah,
who's made it really. At the end of the day, like you have to do your little, put your arm up and do
you
all
got to do your dance.
that. All the stepping though, I don't have the happy feet for all that, so I can't do it. Who are some of your favorite artists to come out of the genre?
um, American or UK?
Surprise me.
Central C.
Mm-hmm. He's
Obviously
great.
Pop Smoke.
Yeah.
I really like K Flock right now. Um, Tion Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So what
obviously
about those
Fabio Foreign.
artists? Yeah, what about those artists is it that attracts you to their sound? Like I know a lot of them are very like vivid storytellers, specifically Central C. But yeah, what directs you to like their music?
Yeah, Sense is just he's got a really distinct sound, and I feel like when he started his kind of drill sound, it was a more melodic drill. It was less aggressive, and
Mhm,
he made his own lane, and he stuck to it, and now he's killing it. And like I'd love his music.
mhm. And you've got a few really like I feel like we're moving through this interview pretty quickly, but you've got a few really fire placements, including Central C and Tion Wayne. So I
Yeah,
want
actually, I
to talk.
worked with Central C on his mixtape that's coming out in February. I've got a couple on there.
Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. I'm excited to hear that.
Yeah,
How
sick.
do
And
you
it's really funny actually because he actually found my first beat. The way that he got in touch with me was through BeatStars because
wow,
he bought the placement I've got. He bought off off BeatStars. The beat's still up.
wow. How so okay, so he came to you, but let's talk about the standpoint of you going to artists. What does
Hmm.
that networking process look like for you? What are some key things to remember when you're reaching out? Especially you're working with artists who are extremely notable, especially right now. So how do you find yourself getting through to them?
I think it's different with every single artist. Um, I think what I try and do, I try and like study the camp and see what producers the artists use, and if they just use, they're open to using a lot of different people, or for some artists they might only like to use their producer that they've signed. They might like to keep everything in house. So if it was a situation like that where an artist only works with the producer they've signed, you have to collab with that producer if you want to get to that artist, and that's a good method. Another method is just to hit up engineers, managers, A&Rs, just hit up the camp around the artist because the
Yeah,
artists are usually not checking their messages for beats and stuff.
yeah, I think that's a great hack and something that I've actually encouraged is like finding who surrounds the artist that you want to work with, getting to know their team, but also building
Mm.
that genuine relationship. Can
Yeah,
you?
that's another thing as well. It's got to be genuine. It can't be transactional because
Yeah.
I mean, if you try and it's not going to work if it's not genuine.
So, from your standpoint, Chris, what does being genuine look like? I know a lot of these times it's like, hey, love your music. I have some beats for you. Let me check that out or let you check that out. But how do you go from that conversation to building out the relationship? How do you make sure that you're valuable in the exchange?
I think it's it's a lot. It's a lot. It's just about people skills. It's just about being a nice person. I think if someone's hitting you up and the first thing they're asking you is, "Can I send you loops?" I might be a bit because I usually I want to get to know someone. If I'm gonna work with them, I want to get to know them first. Um, yeah, it's a weird line though, because it's an industry where sometimes it's hard to tell what's genuine and what's not. But it's kind of, you have to figure it out and just have to go along with it.
That's where the intuition comes in, and that's
Yeah.
like a tool and a skill that
I think I'm still working it out now, to be honest.
yeah, I mean, you're young, you have plenty of time to figure it out. I
Yeah.
think it's intuition is a huge tool and something to sharpen throughout anybody's career and life in general, just trusting your gut. Just being kind to people though, kind of like you said, just being
Yeah.
genuine. Your music and your beats have really reached international limits as far as I'm concerned. Something that popped up, last year was a song with Yachog and Stormzy actually jumped on the remix. So do you want to talk
Yeah.
about how that relationship was formed? Because that's Ghanaian. They're from Ghana, right?
Ghana, yeah.
Yeah,
Ghanaian.
Ghanaian drill. Who would have thought?
That was crazy. That was through BeatStars as well. I uploaded the beat. They bought the lease off BeatStars. They'd used it. I saw it go viral on Twitter first, and then that was like last summer. And then I remember, I think it was New Year's Day. I remember I woke up and I saw a clip of like Stormzy performing the song at the club in Ghana. And Stormzy's originally from Ghana, and I was like, "What? This is crazy! Like Stormzy's on the song." And I had to wait till like a couple more months for it to come out. But yeah, it was a big moment. And I couldn't even have planned that. I didn't even know that was gonna happen. That was just a completely organic. They found a beat off YouTube. They made a great song, and Stormzy really liked it. And yeah.
Yeah, and that song blew up. Like it was everywhere. I know for us at BeatStars, we're super proud of you in that experience. How do you feel knowing that your music is being heard globally at this point?
Yeah, it feels good. Um, don't really know what else to say other than that. It feels
Yeah,
good.
I think
Hopefully, I
so.
can do it more.
Yeah, no, you will. I think sometimes it's like when we're like achieving things as great as this, it doesn't feel so like intense, especially when you're sitting in the studio or in your office and
Yeah.
just chilling. But in the grand scheme of things, it's very, very cool. I think off the strength of that, also something we should talk about is you were just nominated for Producer of the Year by GRM Daily. Do you want to talk about that at all?
Oh yeah, that was because I was producing a lot of songs for a lot of the UK artists. Yeah, I got that nomination. I was really happy about that.
Mhm.
Um,
What does that accolade mean to you in your career, and especially given how long you've been working?
yeah, I mean, for me, it's just like a sign that I'm on the right track. But hopefully, I
Mhm.
want to be getting like the Brits and the Grammys in a couple of years and stuff like that.
You will.
Hopefully, it just keep getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I think it's more cool to have to see the people's reaction, see the people's um liking my music.
Hmm.
It's not always like, I think the award shows are cool, but sometimes the best validation is from the real people rather than the shows.
For sure. I think that you have that the combination of both now, and I think it speaks to your talent, and you will have all of those things that you're hoping for. What is some advice that you would give to newcomers to BeatStars, or for those who are just considering uploading their first beat?
Uh, I would say uh keep like consistency, and I don't mean consistency in terms of like how often you upload, because that is one thing as well. But I
Mhm.
mean consistency in terms of like the type of beats that you're uploading, um, the kind of artists, like what lane are you choosing? Because there's so many like subgenres of rap now. You could do, you could just do a boom bap channel, and then everything revolves around like a boom bap, or you could do, I don't know, like a Yeet type channel, and all it's got is Playboy Carti and Yeet and Can type beats, and like there's different lanes for different stuff. So I think just pick a lane and stick to it, and then keep your branding consistent around it. Build a good brand. Yeah, obviously your beats have got to be sounding good.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean that's the way I did it. Just picking the lane and sticking to it.
Absolutely. I think, yeah, the consistency is one thing, good branding, just investing in all aspects of your career
Mm.
and understanding that it's not just the creation of the music that gets the work done, you know? Have you experienced any lows in your career that may have felt like the end of the world at the moment, but you were able to overcome it in a positive way that you could share with us?
Uh, yeah, I've got quite a lot. It's weird. Music is very like up and down. Like
Yeah.
it's very like either I've chatted to people who've gone 2 times platinum and like are really rich off music, and they still get really down about music. It's kind of
Mhm.
a thing. I feel like no matter how you big, you're always gonna have moments of doubting yourself and moments of like uncertainty. But I think the main thing is just like perseverance, sticking through it, and just keep doing stuff. Um, yeah, it's weird. I think I've got bad moments like every other week, to be honest. But
Wow.
it's part of the game. Honestly, I think like I think a lot of major producers they struggle, and then you adapt and you keep moving, and then it just goes up and up and up and up.
Mhm. For sure. So, knowing that, you experience things on a weekly basis, what is the thing that keeps you going? Why do you just keep trying? Not to say give up, but if somebody else
Uh,
needed a piece of fuel or a voice in the back of their head, what is yours saying to you in these moments?
I don't know. I want to just be the best producer that I can be. I just want to try my hardest and give myself the opportunity to be as great as I can.
Mhm.
Uh, but yeah, the thing is, you are gonna go into problems, whether that's like trying to get your beat to an artist, but as soon as you've got a beat to an artist, now you're trying to get someone bigger. And
Mhm.
even now, I'm having problems. My computer's broken, so now I've got to go and fix that.
Yeah.
Um, it's just a thing. I feel like it's part of life. It's like like a lot of people think when you're when you're kind of up, all the problems go away, but
Mhm.
that's not the case. The problems just changed into different things.
Yeah.
Um, but it's yeah, just keep going. That's my best advice.
New levels, new devils. That's
Yeah,
what
literally,
happens all the time.
literally.
But that's okay. I think where you're at and where a lot of other people are at as far as, experiencing like shifts to their career or growing in their career, I think the one thing to remember is that the fact that you are actually actively doing these things, like you're uploading your beats, you're working on your brand, you're getting placements, you're trying every day. And for me, that's proof of concept.
Mm.
So
And
once you
I think yeah, it will break through if you keep doing that as well.
yeah,
Something will give if you keep putting in the work. It will happen.
yeah.
Whether that's like now or whether that's you might need to wait, because it was about a year of me uploading beats and they were getting no views before I had like my first 10,000 views, and then it
Mhm,
was my first 100,000, then it was my first million, and then yeah.
mhm.
Um,
So what are some hacks? I know we kind of talked about like tips and tricks as far as like branding and making sure that your page is together and you're being consistent, but do you have any like tips and tricks as far as tagging goes or how you're sharing your music that will help somebody else get to their first, 1,000 views, 10,000 views, and so on?
Tagging. I use this thing called vidIQ on YouTube, and it was just like it's like a keyword thing, and you can check trends and check what artists like. It's really cool because you can type in an artist's name and it shows you like how many people are searching for them and the
Mm,
competition. And yeah, it's quite a good way to find out like the untapped markets and stuff. You
mm,
have to treat it like a business. I kind of see it. If you're
yeah.
trying to make it, if you're trying to turn it into a business, you have to treat it like a business.
Research and development, that's all that
Yeah, literally.
is. And you've also joined BeatStars Publishing. So can you talk about why you made that decision and what publishing means for a career like yours?
Yeah. I I joined. I joined because I hadn't. claimed any of my publishing, so I
Mm.
needed some help to do that. But I chose BeatStars because the team's just really good. There's really good people. Um, yeah, and Sony as well. The UK Sony, they're really good people as well. I think that's the main thing about publishing, just having a good team behind you and having a good um, people that will just get the job done.
Hmm. So just off the strength of a good relationship, you've been able to make this change for your career.
Yeah.
What has anything come of being with BeatStars Publishing so far? Like any cool stories you might be able to share? No pressure.
Um, Nothing yet, but I know there definitely will be. So
It's on the way.
yeah.
I generally don't do this, but I know that a lot of people are fans of you. So, guys, I'm going to open the floor in the chat to questions that you may have. I know somebody's already asked which DAW you use. Do you still use FL?
Yeah, still use FL. I've started using Pro Tools for recording artists because I'm in the studio quite a lot nowadays. So I'm
Mm,
just recording artists. So I use Pro Tools. Sometimes I use Logic as well to record. But making beats is always FL.
got it. So FL is your favorite then?
Yeah, FL is the best. It's the best.
All right, y'all. Do you have any questions for Chris? Because we have some time for them. I feel like we went through these questions so quickly that
Did I go too quick?
no, this is perfect. I appreciate the conversation. Kiko19 wants to know, have you ever bought ads for your beats?
Yeah, I have actually. I bought yeah, I did. It helped get a lot of traffic. I'm not sure if it helped the sales, but yeah, I need to try that again, to be honest. I need to like do some more research into it. I
Mhm,
think I only put about £50 into it.
mhm. That's fire. For those of you who are super curious about ads, we won't really have time to delve into it today, but you could check out previous interview on the deal with Anywaywell or any content that we've done with Anywaywell because they're the kings of ads, guys. So definitely go check that out, just as a side note.
Yeah, I might watch that as well so I can learn.
Yeah, they have it on lock. Bufo, what do you mean you're caught off guard? You guys have questions every week that we do this show. You're so funny. Do you have any type of email marketing? Do you use email marketing?
Um, I've actually got it set up, but I've not used it yet. On the Mailchimp,
Yeah.
on the BeatStars, there's the Mailchimp. I need to use it, but I haven't used it yet. But I'm going to.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, people already come to you, Chris, so I think it's a little bit different, but
I've got friends that have used the email marketing as well, though, and they say it's really good, especially like the follow up emails and stuff you can do. If
mhm,
someone opens a message and they forget to reply and they send a follow up, yeah, they said it helps them drive a lot of sales.
yes. Grantastic Beats wants to know if you're using or going to use Beat ID.
Of course, I'm gonna Beat ID. Mike showed me Beat ID like last year, and it's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna use Beat ID
Yeah.
very, very often,
I
every
feel
day.
like every day. I feel like someone like you, especially, knowing that your music's been used in Ghana, I can only imagine all the
That's the
other.
thing. I didn't even know about that. Someone had this. I often get told by people sending me stuff,
Yeah.
so I'm like kind of oblivious. So Beat ID would be perfect. I remember even the first time Mike showed me it, I found loads of stuff that I didn't know about.
Yep. G Life is like last year. Yes, it was in testing. It was in testing, y'all. For individuals starting to market their music, which platforms are most efficient and what strategies would be best for new producers?
YouTube, BeatStars, TikTok.
Mm,
Not had much luck on Instagram, but I think TikTok. I think there's gonna be like because it's kind of new to a lot of people. I feel like there's time for like producers can be selling beats on TikTok. Um, like I've seen a guy, a Crossfinger. He's from the UK, but he uploads beats on TikTok and they go kind of viral there. He does like the sample drill kind of stuff, and they go kind of viral. And then he's got his BeatStars linked, so he can drive sales from his
mm,
TikTok. usually it's from YouTube. So yeah, I think that's a good lane to look into now if you're just getting into it. I think definitely look into TikTok. Guess the kind of bad thing about TikTok is it's kind of like trend based. So whatever's hot right now is what is gonna go crazy. But yeah, YouTube, TikTok, BeatStars.
Yeah. Once you catch that algorithm on TikTok, it's a wrap.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
that was
crazy. It's
it.
crazy.
Literally anybody can break and become anything they want from TikTok. We kind of touched on this earlier, but let's go from a lane of people who've never sold a beat before. Have you got any advice? I know you said consistency and making sure you're uploading,
Mhm.
getting the branding ready. But what about someone who's never uploaded, like not even one beat?
I don't know. Just keep making beats, I guess. Because like it's kind of hard when you're new because there are people who are around you who've done beats for a lot longer who are also you're competing with.
Mhm.
It doesn't mean that you can't sell though. It's just like I'd say just you have to focus on the craft as well as the selling beats. I feel like the selling beats will come when your beats are if your beats are good and your beats are good marketed, then your beats will sell. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, I've heard. Yeah, actually, mm, I reckon you could with good marketing, you could probably sell bad beats as well.
Probably.
Yeah,
I've
probably
seen it
could.
done.
Yeah, so
That's it.
I think yeah, just put stuff out. I guess that's the just put stuff out, see how people react, see what does well. Put out. I think if you're a newcomer, just try out loads of artists and see what sticks, see what sound you like. So maybe if you who do you listen to? If you listen to Jack Harlow, upload a Jack Harlow type beat. If that does alright, upload another one, and then you might get your own lane. And yeah,
For sure. Remedy asked you ever collab with other producers, but I kind of want to take that a step further and ask you, what do you look for out of your collaborators, whether they be producers or artists? Is there something that they need to have or need to do?
I think I collab loads. I collab with lots of people. Not really on my BeatStars. But nowadays I collab loads. Um, yeah, I think what do I look for? Just I think the best thing is if someone brings value. So like, if I know someone's amazing at playing guitar, then they can send me their guitar loop, and I'm gonna make a beat around it. Um, or like I know some really talented musicians, who are sending me stuff, and like I couldn't do that on my own. So it's kind of
Mm,
like you have to kind of figure out, oh, what would this person want? Let me provide that for them. And even when I'm collabing with people around me, I'm like, okay, if this person wants this type of melody, let me make some of that, and send it to them. Or this person needs help with the drums. I'll get the project. I'll do my own drums on it, and then do you know what I mean? I can improve it. Um, so yeah.
mhm. I think that's a good point, that you just said, that somebody did something that you couldn't do yourself. I think when you guys are reaching out to collaborate with other people, I think you need to see where you can fit in and make something even better, than it is on its own before you're able to add to the table, right? Um, that boy Butter wants to know, what's your favorite piece of hardware and software?
Um, my favorite piece. Um, I don't know. My favorite hardware is I can show you I'll show you how do I flip the camera? Can I flip the camera?
I mean, you're yeah, sure, flip the
No,
camera.
that
Oh,
turns off. Camera, back camera, cool. Bro, this is my studio. Um, my favorite piece of hardware is probably my interface or my speakers. I don't really have anything else other than that. I got a couple pedals, but I don't really use them. I kind of feel everything's best on the software. I feel like software nowadays is so good, and it's so like there's no problems and it's just easy. So I feel like having plugins is the most important thing. Um, yeah, I don't really use much hardware to be honest, other than speakers. What's my favorite software though? FL Studio. I love Waves. I love Sound Toys. I love Good Hertz. I love Softube. I love like I've download all the VSTs. So yeah.
There you go. I hope that's helpful for you, that boy butter. All right, let me go. Okay, Bufo wants to know, what are his go-to authentic drill drum kits? What are your go-to drum kits?
There's this one kit on Reddit, if you like, on Reddit drum kits, and it's just called drill drum kits, and it's got like every one of the UK guys' kits, like Ghosty, M1, yeah. So yeah, those guys, Ghosty. There's a kit called Yo 9. The Yo 9 kit's free as well. But Ghosty's kits I love. Fabo as well. I mean, I feel like everyone kind of knows. Like everyone who makes drill uses the same kind of kits anyway. So, and then other than that, just kind of make your own sounds.
There you go. I hope that answers your guys' questions. It was nice to be able to open the floor a little bit, but I think without further ado, we should probably start playing some of your beats, if that's cool. I'm not sure if you have any particular order in which you want to start.
No, I just added them all.
All right. So do you want to just go top to bottom?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go. I think we'll have time to play all of them today as well. So as you guys know, we want to see the ratings out of 5, whatever emojis you want to use. I personally love the Tim boot. Let us know who you hear on the track. Let's go.
I love Chris Rich.
BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com.
All right, that was giving like borderline R&B vibes.
Yeah, that was a different one.
There's I don't know if you've heard of them yet, but there's this artist called Alana Maria, and she's doing like R&B drill music. She's pretty fire. You should check her out. I think you're frozen. Or is it me that's frozen? It might be me. Can y'all hear me? Or is it just Chris that's frozen? It's him? Okay. Chris. It's very possible that we lost you, buddy. All right. Well, we can continue playing the music until that gets sorted. Let me just yoink, take him out of here for a second. Let's play the next track.
BeatStars.com.
I love Chris Rich.
BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com.
Fire. Super fire. I love a good drill beat, man. Tia, do you like, is it Nisha or Nija, the songwriter, right? Is she the same? Let me just do a quick Google. Nija the songwriter. Yeah, she's fire. 5 Tim Boots from Low Wave. I don't know what this emote is, Bufo, but I'll repost it. Flame emojis from Dat Boy Butter. More Tims from A6 Giddy. Very fire. Chris left and he's going to try and come back in. Just so you guys know. We'll play the next one in the meantime.
BeatStars.com.
Sorry
He's
about
back.
that. My Wi-Fi
I
bugged out.
love
I'm in a
Chris
different
Rich.
room.
All good. We're just running through your beat still.
BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com.
Okay, the chat was going up for this one for sure.
Yeah, that's my. I think that's my highest selling beat.
There we have it.
That one's
Pure
crazy.
fire. Where did that one come from? When did you work on that beat?
I worked on that Christmas 2019. So like almost 2 years ago actually. That was Pop Smoke, and that was when I was listening to Pop Smoke like every day. Yeah, just a banger. That sounds crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. Everybody loves it. Look at this. All the emotes in the chat. I don't know if you caught them when you came back in. Also, this change of scenery with all of the plaques behind you is really a vibe.
Oh yeah, they're not mine. I wish they were mine.
No, they will be one
But,
day.
yeah, I'm just in my my lounge in my studio.
Word. All right, let's do the next one. Pray.
BeatStars.com.
I love Chris Rich.
BeatStars.com.
So this particular beat has a lot of streams on it. Do you want to talk a little bit about this beat at all?
I think that was one I made. I think I made it about. Yes, boy, good. Sorry, but I'm on an interview right now. Yeah, I made that one like April 2020.
And it's got like.
So it's the lounge. It's the studio's a bit. It's not my room anymore.
You're fine. I think this one has like a couple 100,000 streams, if not more. So very fire.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure which one's the top selling. It's either Woo or Pray. I'm not sure which one.
It's a popular beat. I've definitely heard it a lot. Low Wave says Chris has nothing but hits for days and gave you 5 Tim Boot emojis.
Thanks.
All right, let's go to the next. We've got 3 more to go. Froze featuring Ghosty.
I love Chris Rich.
BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com.
Bufo wants to know who was the female voice tag. If you're willing to give that up.
Some random girl of this website, Fiverr. Yeah, I paid her like £10 and she did it.
Nice. And now you have
that's the story.
Fiverr is helpful, y'all. Go use that. All right, let's see what we got for ratings in here. It's the shock emoji with the wings for me. You know that? You guys know that GIF? 4 Tim Boots from A6 Giddy. Low Wave says another banger with 5. Very fire. Okay. Second last. Kurtz.
BeatStars.com.
I love Chris Rich.
BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com.
I feel like I could definitely hear Central C on that one.
Yeah, that one would be crazy.
Yeah, that's like, it has like that melodic like undertone to it that was really fire.
I think I made that one when Do you know the Nirvana drill remix? It smells like Teen Spirit.
No.
There was like it was on TikTok. It was like a remix. Do you know that song, Nirvana? It smells like Teen Spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay,
someone had done a
really?
drill remix of it, and it was going like really viral. So I decided to make like my own type beat of that, and that's why I called it Kurt, because Kurt Cobain.
That's a good way to hop on a trend too. Get looped into that algorithm. All right. So your final beat. Would you like to introduce this?
It's called Eurus.
Any backstory?
That's named after the Lamborghini. It's like a truck.
Wow. I don't know nothing about cars. So I would have missed that. So I'm glad you said it. So does that mean that this is like expensive and bold?
Yeah, I think that's another thing about like kind of my branding. I've kind of tried to make it all like, if you look at all the thumbnails and stuff, it's all to do with like cars and money and like diamonds, and like it's kind of like that's part of the branding, the that luxury part of it.
All right, let's listen to it then. This is the last beat from Chris Rich.
I love Chris Rich.
BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com.
Okay, so if you guys want to hear the rest of those beats, you can go over to chrisrich.beatstars.com and check out his catalog. But we're going to stop that for today and just get into wrapping this. Oh, before we do, there's one good question in the chat that I would love to have you answer if you could. If you had to describe the difference between UK drill versus American drill, how would you? You're muted, by the way. You need to unmute yourself.
I think the main difference right now, New York drill beats are quite a lot faster. Like I'm talking about like K-Flock and B-Love type beats and stuff like that. A year ago it was different, kind of with the Pop Smoke stuff, but nowadays it's the New York beats are way faster, and they're typically like they're a lot more aggressive than the UK ones. Like the UK is heading more towards like the Central C kind of sound, where everyone's kind of on like kind of more melodic and softer stuff. But yeah, I think that's the main difference right now.
I would say like UK drill is like romantic chaos sometimes, and like you said, the speed and the aggression of New York drill for one thing. But then there's also Detroit drill, which kind of sounds nothing like.
I've not heard Detroit drill.
Detroit drill is crazy. I have a folder somewhere. I could probably send it to you, just like a whole bunch of music, but like doesn't sound the same. So yeah, I mean, you guys can do some Googles and figure that out, I guess. But Chris, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your insights, and for wishing you the best of luck in the future and all of your upcoming releases and endeavors. Is there any last minute anything or final last words that you'd like to say to the audience?
Let me read the chat, just see if anyone's asking the question. Nah. Jersey drill. Oh yeah, Jersey. Yeah. My last words. I'm not sure. I don't. Keep going, guys. Keep working.
Keep going, guys. That's perfect. That's all you needed to say. All right, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Chris Rich. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. I will be back on Friday with Cami for On the List, so make sure you guys are coming to check that out. If you have any fire drill beats that you want to submit to us for some playlisting opportunities, please feel free. Do not forget to go check out Beat ID, beatstars.com/beat-id. Learn about it, get set up in the system, and see where your music is at in the world. And also do not forget to purchase Suite of 808 Mafia's sound pack, Trap Secrets, and submit your original beat for the opportunity to win the Ultimate Production Prize Pack. That's it from me today, y'all. I hope everybody stay safe, wash your hands, social distance, all that great stuff. Okay, bye. Bye,
Hey,
Chris.
Bartia, thank you. Bye.